What is up, everybody? My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to make $800 a day cleaning solar panels. I'm joined with a special guest. Tim O'Laughlin is here. Tim, how's it going, man?
It's going great, man. Thanks for having me on.
Always a pleasure to have you on. Before we get into this one, though, if you guys need help with getting jobs with Facebook ads, check out the first link in the comment section and the description. It's going to be a link to my Facebook ads course. This ad strategy has helped Tim get painting jobs for as little as $1 a lead, as well as we also generated about $10,000 worth of jobs last November for Tim doing solar panel cleaning. So if you guys are interested in learning how to get more jobs with Facebook ads, check out the first link in the comment section and the description. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and hop right into this one. Tim, how long have you been cleaning solar panels for?
So it's been almost a year. We started November 2020, so last year in November.
Right, November. And then kind of like we were talking about the idea, I was like, dude, I would love to test my ad strategy out with this. And then we absolutely crushed it for the month of November. How consistent was the job flow on solar panel cleaning kind of going into like December and January?
So in November, we've noticed that it seems like just before winter, like in the fall, is a good time to strike because you want to get them solar panels clean because you're going to have a lot of diffused light in the winter months. You're not going to get as much sunlight. So you want them suckers clean. And then summertime, which is right about now, June, July, the phone started ringing off the hook again. So being in it only a year, we realized that we thought we just hit it on the head and maybe it was a one-time, like a one and done, because we made so much money in November and December. And then we got a few here and there speckled on. But then the phones really started ringing off the hook in June or July. So it's not real consistent throughout, but I realized that you can make a lot of money in a few months out of the year. So it's kind of a seasonal gig.
Okay, awesome. And then when were the fires in California? Because that might have played a role too in how many calls we were getting.
So last summer, yeah, in California, fire season probably starts around April, May or so, maybe May. So I think it was, but last year it was weird. We had a lot of freak like fires. So last year was very intense. And that's kind of what gave me the idea was, I saw all the ash was literally floating in the air and just constantly looking to the skies. I started noticing the solar panels are orange, when they're supposed to be black, and that's all ash and soot. And that's where the idea kind of came from.
Okay, awesome. And then, yeah, we've been having a ton of success ever since. It's been a little bit spotty, like you said. But how much would you say that the average job is for solar panel cleaning?
So average job is about $100, and that's usually 10 to 20 panels on a single story roof upwards. And then the highest have been like $300 to $400 jobs with, like 40 to 50 panels, 2-story houses. But on average, you can expect anywhere from $100 to $150 pretty steadily. Okay,
awesome. And then you can also knock those jobs out pretty quickly though, right?
That's the great part about it is really to do, let's say, for example, 40 panels, which is a recurring customer that we do every 2 months. And that job takes us 40 minutes to do 40 panels. So you're looking at about a minute per panel, I guess, on a single story roof. And that's from like hopping out of the truck to hopping back in the truck.
And I would say probably one of the best parts about this business is the reoccurring business. So you probably, you haven't even been doing this for a year yet, Tim. You probably already have recurring customers, right? That you do like on every so often basis.
Yeah, I'd say it's a 50-50. Probably every other person, as soon as they pay us and we're about to leave, they say, hey, can I get in your schedule? When do most people? A lot of questions we get is, when do most people have you guys come? And then I tell them, just like I had mentioned earlier in this video, it's usually fall and springtime. And they're like, all right, put me in the books for spring. And we'll usually book them right there. So as soon as we leave, like 50% of the customers, we already got them booked for, the next, I guess, season, you'd call it.
So if you guys need any help keeping with customers or collecting invoices and sending payments, check out the link in the description for a free CRM trial. It'll help you guys kind of keep up with those customers, because we always love return customers because there's no customer acquisition cost. So there's no more marketing costs and things like that. So we want to hold on to every customer that we get. So like I said, check out the CRM link down below. But Tim, what equipment do you recommend kind of generally?
So to get started, we kind of went bare bones when we first got started, as I didn't really know. I mean, honestly, there's not really any kind of equipment marketed towards just cleaning solar panels. Most of the equipment that we use is window cleaning equipment. And I went as far as getting squeegees and window mops and stuff, but we kind of landed on some like RV brushes, real soft bristled RV brushes. A water filter system is definitely a must. So you want to get a water filtering system. You can leave a link in here, but the one that I use is a car detailing system. The only problem with that one is you have to refill the resin pretty often. So that's something to keep in mind. And then aside from that, really, you need a vehicle, some ladders, you need that water filtering system and some brushes. And not to mention, I guess you need a hoses. I recommend up to 200 feet worth of hose, even though most of the time you only use about 100 feet. And then some kind of shut-off valve at the end of the hose. That way, when you're on the roof, you have a way to control the water so it's not just running everywhere.
Okay, awesome. What we'll try to do is, Tim, you have Amazon link, so we'll try to link that down in the comment section description as well. So if you guys want to see the exact stuff that Tim is using for his solar panel cleaning business, check out the links down below. But Tim, over the past about year, doing all the jobs that you've done, what's the biggest thing that you've kind of learned? What's like the biggest takeaway that we can take away from doing this business?
I guess what I have learned is that we figured out a way to get it done a lot quicker. When we first would go, we would try to not use a lot of water, so we wouldn't really rinse them off. And then we learned, a good pre-rinse before you scrub, it really gets a lot of it off. I also learned that just rinsing the panels, it really doesn't do it. So we have a couple videos where we show like what just rinsing does versus the scrub. Something that we did learn a lot is in the mornings when there's still moisture in the air, there's a lot of humidity and dew, the panels appear to be in perfect shape, but as soon as it dries, they look worse. And what we figured out is happening is in the morning, if it's a really dusty, or for instance, in California last year, it was real smoky. In the mornings, you get the dew, so the panels are essentially a little bit wet and everything's just sticking to them. So like they just get dirtier and dirtier and dirtier over the day. And we've had several jobs where we've increased production up to 100%, which is like something that's unfathomable. I wouldn't even imagine that it would boost it that much.
Is there anything else we want to include in this video for anybody who's looking to, get into the solar panel cleaning business or,
Yeah, definitely. So a couple tips. One tip is, the filtering system. Now, keep in mind, if you're going to be doing a lot, you might want to invest in a different type of filtering system. Maybe don't go with the baseline because the resin is expensive. And another option you could get into if you're scared of heights or don't really feel comfortable going on roofs, and we do have a few clients that prefer us to wash them from the ground. They have water-fed pole systems. They're actually really expensive. So maybe start off with the small stuff, see if it's something that's lucrative for you in your area. Then if so, maybe invest. So I wouldn't go investing into the top dollar stuff required to clean these panels. Maybe just start with the baseline stuff, if anything, because you could get it done easily with simple tools. And I'm not even sure that using the really expensive tools would make it that much easier. Might look a little better. So yeah, before you go dumping a bunch of money, buy the baseline stuff, get started, I think.
Absolutely. And of course, you got to figure out whether or not this is something that you even want to do anyway. So yeah, start off cheaper. But Tim, you offered some great information in this video. Every guest that comes on the channel has picked the word of the day. What would you like the word of the day to be?
Just do solar wash.
Solar wash. If you guys made it this far in the video, comment down below solar wash and I'll hashtag you're a real one. My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. And until next time, hustle hard and get that money, baby. Peace.